All right, dudes. Let's do it. Talking about tweeter. There we go. Let's do some chest and arms. Off-season gains now. All right. Back to work. Back to work. Gotta see what we're doing. Also gotta see. Curious. Let's see. We gotta, I kinda wanna do, hold on a second. I might wanna try to put my RP strength thing on the screen. I don't think we need to yet. I'm excited to do it, but we gotta recover a little bit first, I think. What's up, dudes? I kind of just want to like leave this here. But doing a little bit of benching would be kind of nice, I think. I like the dumbbells though. Alright, fuck it. Alright, do some push-ups, something like that. I don't know what to do. Been a couple days. Didn't work out on Friday. You know, just did the posing on Saturday. Didn't work out yesterday, so we gotta get in here and do something. What's that? Do push-ups though. I don't know if we're gonna hop right into a Ezo cycle, tracking reps and stuff, but take a couple days and kind of just get back into the swing. Oh my goodness. Probably a good idea. Oh. Hey, Stan, thanks to the raid, dude. And Big Flex for you to start it up. Just starting it up. Just getting it going. Gotta knock the rust off a little bit. Oof. Come on in, dudes. Come on in. Gotta knock the rust off. Do some chest and arms today. Should be a fun one. Oh. Knock the rust off a little bit here. Certainly not without effort. Thanks, come on in. Time to get a little better. Hey, Crow's back. Joe, don't worry about it, bro. Have you been keeping up with why we shaved? Ready for this competition? So that already happened over the weekend. We did not win. But the dubs are coming. Here. I think the main thing is a lot of the things I wanted to do, I did successfully, except win. But a lot of my plans and goals were accomplish in terms of the things I can control, like prep and whatnot. So that was cool, but no, we did not get the W, so we are yet unsatisfied. Another couple years. Back to work. Back to work. But yeah. Now we work for the next one, which will be, you know, probably not for a while. Gotta grow for a little bit, you know. Still a good show day. Just, you know, anytime you don't win, you're gonna be a little unsatisfied. And even if you win, then you make new goals, and then you're still unsatisfied with those new goals. So it's all good. Never truly satisfied. But I think we did a good job. You guys can definitely peep the pics. Let me know what you think. Sure thing, Joseph. Isn't that cool? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 1 second. I'm gonna pin the one without the C in front of it. There you go. Thank you, brother. We'll keep it going. The games and the gains. But yeah. But still was a good show day. Did a lot of, like I said, a lot of things I wanted to do. I did, in terms of how I prepared for the show and how we executed at the show. Like, you know, still plenty of room for improvement, but yeah. Not ripping up for comps? Well, maybe not yet, you know? Maybe not yet. You don't have to compete. You don't have to compete. But I just like to, even though I don't have to compete either. But I like to do it. Kind of part of the deal for me. I like to do it. Funny how beat up you get. Just from posing. Like, yeah, I feel like I do a fair amount of posing practice, but it is a little different for sure. Gotta put in some effort out there, man. It's a big day. Big day. It's fun. But we'll try to have a couple kind of recovery days this week and then get back to work, I suppose, huh? Ease back up into it. I do want to get my RP strength like hypertrophy app showing on screen for you guys. Give you some idea what we're working on. That'll be good. Put that right on the left side of the screen probably for you. But let me figure out what we're doing, and of course, you know, we don't need to jump right back into it. You can click the link, Zora. You can still look at it without having Instagram. You can just kind of navigate to it, but no, we didn't get the W this time. Not this time. A good show, good competition. We were in the running. We were on the podium, so that was cool. Top 2 for physique or for classic physique, and I got 3rd in my division, but I think I was 2nd in tall. So, you know, that's okay. Yep. Yeah, I think we made some progress in some important ways. So now we get bigger, then we get leaner, and we keep practicing that posing, and we do even better next time, you know? That's how it works. Probably not gonna be competing again soon. Competing every year is pretty fun, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh. Spending some good time in a surplus is gonna be important. Yeah. Sure. Season 3, Warrior should be just fine, yeah. Bulk starts now, looking much fuller. Yeah, that was the goal. That was the goal. It's definitely to come in fuller, and I think we did. We can be leaner and fuller next time, I think. I think we can do both. I think this prep taught me how to do that, so that's cool. I still learned a lot about myself and about competing and stuff, so it's still good. Train to a failure? A lot of sets are taken close. I don't know if I always go to failure. I mean, right now, am I training failure? It's like, through this moment, no. Not anymore, what's up, man? Not going to failure right now. We're training through failure right now. Not training to, we're training through failure. Trying to get my head around it. Although, like I said, we executed it and we're successful in the things that I had control over for the most part, right? My posing can always be better, but we'll work on that too. But yeah, we did a pretty good job. And we learned a lot. I'll be making a review video for you guys. We'll go over stuff on stream at some point. We have time. And that'll be fun to talk it through. Because there are a lot of like takeaways and positive things to learn and remember about the show. It's just things to fall short of winning the whole dang thing, which is really the only success condition for me, unfortunately. And thank you, man. A big flex for you, pumping us up. Yeah, I think we did all right. We did all right. And my mindset will improve as time goes on, I think. But right now, I'm definitely a little stoned. It's all right, though. And that's the thing, I'm not really stoned about, I think they placed one guy ahead of me who maybe shouldn't have been, but other than that, whatever. Can't be mad that people came in shape and did a good job. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about anything, really. It's just like, shoot, But again, seriously, I'm working out about 2 months ago. I think last month I was doing push-ups. You compress a nerve in your right arm. That sucks. Dang. Have you once talked to a doctor about that? Block starts now? Yeah. There was a chance, depending on how this show went, that we would do the World Championships. And I did qualify for Worlds. But I don't think we're gonna do it. I don't think that me dieting and posing better is gonna make me at the level that I want to be at competitively. I think in order to get to that level, we're gonna have to just take time in a surplus and grow. We need to grow now. I think we've seen about how far this physique can take me. And it can take me to, the podium, but not to the pinnacle, right? It can take me to the podium. But yeah, I want to win the show, right? So, yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh, Karn, that's not good. That's not good. Hopefully you find him. That's not good. Yeah, I think in order to improve the physique, we gotta grow. Yeah. Well, how'd that happen, Karn? I'm so sorry, man. That sucks. I'm sorry, buddy. That's the worst. That's the worst. Just too hot for the fella? Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry, man. That super sucks. Here we go. Yep. Time to grow though, bros. Time to grow. Thanks, Harley. Got the Instagram post for you. Even if you guys don't have Instagram, you can still look at the page. Did all right. We did all right. Not the pinnacle. On the podium, but not the pinnacle. Gotta be a little better. A little bigger, a little leaner, a little better posing. I think we're good. I think we're really in contention. So always got a shot at it, but a lot of really good athletes showed up for this show, which is awesome. It was not a playing around kind of show. It's really cool. So that's what you want. You want it to be competitive, and now I can see how I measure up against some really good athletes. So, and we're almost there. You know, we're almost there. I think some time in the surplus is going to be what we need now. Not gonna do worlds this time, I don't think. Just to kind of stay in the middle of the pack, you know. We'll see. I just don't think that's the right move. I think we need to ascend. That's kind of what my whole family wants as well, so I gotta respect that too. They don't, you know, it matters, so I'll listen to them, to the people that I love, and go from there. Yeah, we gotta make some gains a little bit. Hit a wall while cutting. Recommend a feed day, like staying lean the whole foods, up in calories a little bit, draw the next day. So how long have you been at the same amount of? How long have you been at the same weight, and how are your workouts going? Because yeah, man, people call that a refeed. I don't open the front garage door all that often, no. Not really. Well, maybe a little bit, but not all the way. You don't need to see my cars in my neighborhood. Doesn't really make sense. But they call that a refeed day, Razor. Yeah, it depends on how long you've been stuck at that same weight. And if you're just trying to lose weight, then you know, one day like that could help you for sure, and that could help you stay consistent, sure. I do that sometimes as I get closer to the show. You don't usually need a lot of refeed days until we're pretty close to the show. Thanks, We're working on it, man. We'll keep working on it. Cutting for 4 weeks, lost 15 pounds, staying the same weight last week. I mean, that's a pretty aggressive pace. 4 weeks, 15 pounds in 4 weeks. And now you just stalled. I wouldn't panic if it's only been a week. But I mean, like, how do you feel, I guess? And if you've only been dieting for 4 weeks, you probably don't need a refeed day yet. Probably not. But 15 pounds, you know, almost 4 pounds a week is pretty aggressive pace. If you only want a refeed day just because you want to see the weight move, you probably don't need a refeed day. But, I mean, if you're like dying from the diet, I mean, you probably could be eating a little bit more calories on a daily basis if you're losing weight that fast. But there's a lot of questions about this, right? And it's not just refeed day related. You think doing 40-pound dumbbells with a push-pull leg routine is a good way to grow? I mean, if you're starting from not doing anything, yeah. And as long as you're able to progress, you can probably grow on that, sure. Now, I mean, going to a gym is going to give you more options in terms of exercise selection and how much resistance you can generate, right? One 40-pound dumbbell, or 40-pound dumbbells, you know, still could definitely get the job done. I have to get just a teeny bit creative and maybe do a lot of reps and stuff. And because if the weight that you're working with is going to be a constant variable, then you're going to have to sort of play with the other variables in order to get, you know, progressive overload, right? You can't progressive overload the weight, so you're going to have to do like more reps, more sets, more time under tension. Get creative, you know? Yeah, them Saiyans, I think Goku would be proud. Them Saiyans do usually get a little stronger after getting beat up. So, yep. Machines are fun. Just gym stuff is fun, yeah. For sure. That's interesting, Karn. Hey, Cassius, that's dangerous stuff right there. You can eat a whole lot of cashews. Those dangerous things. And cashews. I gotta stay away from those. But yeah, we had a couple fun, higher days of food, and now we get to get back to work. Back to work. I take the bulk seriously, but keep it tight. Don't go too crazy now. I'll feel better if I don't go too crazy with the bulk, I think. Back to work. Back to work. All right. Let's hear. Yeah, this is my man Berserk, laying down the jams for us. Yeah. You should check him out, man. He's got a lot of really awesome instrumental jams. Berserk owns. All right, now check him out, show him love. We've been rocking out to his stuff for years. That's my dude. How much of a surplus aiming for? I'll keep it tight. You know, 300 calories is probably plenty for me. Feel great, strength is decreasing, to say the least. Just trying to cut body fat down. If you feel great, then keep your calories where you're at. Don't worry about it. You will, if you've been losing, 4 pounds a week almost, then you're in a deficit. It didn't change that much that fast. So, I'll just stick with it. Get best calves, like probably just calf raises. Positive, negative, hitting the same body part back to back on a given day. As long as you can recover from it. That's the main thing. Make sure like you're not taxing your tendons and stuff too much, but I don't know. I mean, I think if you can train a muscle group every day and it feels good, it recovers. I mean, hit it, Yeah, give it another week, Razor. Give it another week. Probably be fine. That happens sometimes. But if you feel great, then I wouldn't worry about a refeed. Just let time do the work. Sometimes your body has little sticking points, so that's super normal. Wouldn't worry about it. Nothing to be scared about. I bet more than the same workout, you should do all the tricep exercises and all the shoulder exercises. Oh, I mean, I like to kind of like cycle through them, but you certainly could. You certainly could. Just hammer triceps and then move on to the shoulder stuff. Sure, that's fine too. I like to kind of, like, you know, cycle through them. Getting a big juicy pump in them tries kind of fun though. But they also fatigue more, right? So you might get less out of the sets if you don't give it rest. My arms and shoulders, and maybe my back, they all looked a little better this time though, I think. And that was one of my goals, so I'm happy about that, right? Yeah. Yeah. I hope it gets better for you, man. I hope it does. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do. Got a lot of work to do over the next little bit. Ideally, we take more than a couple months to progress, but I don't know. Competing every year has actually been kind of fun, but I think if we really focus on this bulk phase, we'll see how it goes next year. We'll see how it goes. Start the surplus now. We could get a full year. We could get a full year in a bulk, and then maybe I still don't learn my lesson. We go compete in LA again next year. 4-month prep. We'll see. We'll see. We could do a full year of surplus starting now. But ideally, I think we take longer than that. I think we take more like 2 years. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Gotta grow for a little bit. Ugh. Right now is gonna be like getting my body sort of out of competition mode. We didn't really like dip in super low though. We definitely had more to give with the diet, but didn't need to go crazy this time. Wanted to try something different. Thanks, Malice. Yeah, we'll be all right. I mean, it'll sink in. We did a good job at a lot of things I wanted to do, so there's that. And like my dad was saying, hey, podium is not too bad, you know? Podium's not too bad. Or podium, well, he said podium's great. I say podium's not too bad. I think I was second best in classic physique for the show. I'm like top 4 or 5 for physique. There are some ridiculous guys in the short class for physique though. I'll show you when we make a video about it. There are some crazy dudes in the short class. So I was not the best in physique, that's for sure, but I was very competitive for classic physique. They put one guy ahead of me in the show that I don't think so. But that's fine, whatever. That's bodybuilding, man, who cares? That's how it goes sometimes. You just like or don't like something about you and it just happens, you know? Like one judge really doesn't like you, so you mess up your score. Like, I don't know. It happens. Maybe they write off the highest and lowest scores though or something, you know? That would make sense too. Whatever. Whatever, man. I like the way I looked and I can see where I want to improve and that's what we'll do. Bigger, leaner, better posing, you know? That's just kind of always what you gotta do. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, man. What's gonna take a little time to grow a little bit. Gonna have to kind of heal up a little, recover from the show prep. Even though it wasn't a crazy aggressive prep, it still, you know, still counts. Still counts. I was looking shredded? Yeah. Make money? No. It's like it's like a hobby that you pay for, you know? You pay to do these shows. But it's still fun for me. I get to create a little bit of content out of it, so it's all good, you know? But no, it's not something that you make money from. It's just something I like to do. You know? It's a little bit more involved than running a 5K, but it's kind of similar. Training for and running a 5K. Well, maybe a little bit more involved, but kind of a hobby. The actual competing is a hobby. You know, the fitness is part of my work, though. You know, that's which is cool. But I don't need to compete. But I kind of need to compete. You know what I mean? For me personally. Oh, what's up, CB? Feeling like Goku today? Oh, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Good stuff, man. Show was on Saturday, CB. It's on there on the gram for you, brother. Yeah. It went all right. It went all right. Always room for improvement, but we're getting close. We're getting close. We improved since the last show, though. I think for sure. I think. Came in a little bigger on purpose, and that worked out fine. It was a good execution of the strat. We'll even tighten it up next time. It'll be good. We'll tighten it up next time. Be good. They really like that pose in there. Work on that one. Did I compete pro? Not this time, no. I don't know about that, dude. I compete in natural shows, though. I don't know if that would narrow it down. If you guys want to see how the show went, there's the Instagram page. Even if you don't have Instagram, you can check it out. We did all right. On the podium. We're on the podium. We're close. We're close. I think if we grow, if we do a bulk and then do a real nice, serious diet, I think while continuing to work on my posing, I think, you know, we got a good chance at it next time. Always got a chance at it, but, you know, for real next time, you know? For real next time. But yeah, we got some work to do for a while. I think we're gonna call it a season and get back to work, you know? Yep. Don't have a lot of video for you yet, CB. We'll get there. That's something we'll work on. Yeah. Shoulder surgery went decent. Okay. Just decent? Are you doing all right? So I've competed in pro shows in the Muscle Mania Natural Bodybuilding Federation, but I'm trying to earn my pro status in WNBF as well, just for fun. It's still very competitive in these amateur shows, you know, so. And since I ain't winning, you know, we got room to improve in that, at that level, so that's fine. That's fine. We can handle that. We can handle that. We'll put in some work, you know. Still very competitive. I definitely still have room to improve, so I will. That's the plan over the next, year plus. Yeah. Done pretty good. Oh, good. Excellent, Zane. Good. Yeah. Definitely stay away from the heavy stuff if you can, right? Definitely. Glad you're not hurting too bad. Good. Ugh. Whew. Oh. We can do a couple of these just for fun. Just for fun. Okay, CB, have fun, man. What's my cycle? Are you talking about my training cycle, or are you suggesting I'm on steroids? Because my training cycle is like... so we're doing chest and arms today. I'll probably do some kind of leg thing tomorrow. And then we'll do arms and shoulders and then back. Steroids? Yeah, I never used any drugs ever. Steroids. Yeah, never done anything like that. When I compete in bodybuilding, I compete in natural shows. So that's never been part of my plan, and it's not part of my plan now, so. That ain't me, brother. That ain't me. Never has been. Oh. I'm just gonna keep on training and keeping the diet where it needs to be, and really gotta work on my posing. Now, I did work on my posing. My posing was improved, but we gotta keep working on that. I think that's like the biggest, well, I don't know if it's the biggest thing, but it is something I can improve a lot on, right? Building muscle takes a long time. Dieting is just kind of, part of the deal, but the posing practice is definitely something we'll continue to work on. They really like presentation in these shows, and I get it. I think I improved my presentation though, this time. Even though classic physique was a very short notice kind of thing to do. I think we still did okay. Maybe you're just trolling, but yeah, I don't know. Yep. There's gonna be a freak. I mean, that'd be a very different situation, right? I'm not interested in all that, but yeah, probably. That's just not where I want to be. That's not what I'm trying to do at all. Natural bodybuilding is a great fit for me. It's a great fit. We'll keep doing it. So just come in here and get a little pump today. Oof. Here you go. Did okay at the show. Did okay at the show. Still, job not quite done, but we did well. Got podium. I think there was only one like guy that they placed ahead of me that I don't think really made sense, but that's whatever. Well, whatever, man. If you ain't winning the show, you're always going to be a little unsatisfied, at least for me. But I still did pretty good. And I executed well. That's kind of what I keep saying. There are things that I wanted to do, like with how I prepared for the show and the things I did at the show. that I improved on. So we saw improvements in the prep and the performance, so that's good, you know. Just the placing is still not quite where we want it to be, but you know what? That's what we get to work on for the next while. We get to work on that now, you know. That's fine. Having something to work on, always good. There will always be room for improvement no matter what, but yeah, we'll keep working on this. Keep working on this. And also, you know, plenty of those will be working on in addition to bodybuilding, so we'll keep doing that too. But I like the bodybuilding stuff too. My weight currently, I weighed 182 this morning. We've had like, you know, 3 big days of eating. I bet things come down to around 180. We'll keep the bulk relatively tight though. Calories for the bulk will probably be starting around 3,200. I want to say, and we'll go from there. We'll see how that feels and what that does, but yeah, we'll stay disciplined. I'm good. I really didn't push into like the deep depths of the diet this time. I wanted to come in a little more full, and we did. I don't think it hurt me at all. But yeah, I mean, I feel fine. Had a couple, you know, you eat more the day before the show, the day of the show, the day after the show for me this time, and it's like, okay, I'm good. Back to work. Yep. Keep it tight, so we don't need to say goodbye to every last bit of detail immediately, you know. I'll be good. We're not keeping calories tight as in like dieting, but yeah, we're not gonna go crazy with the bulk right now, calorie-wise. This will be my new best, like post-show eating as well. That's another thing that we can do to get better this time around, is stay tight. And let the time be the thing that puts the weight on rather than just a ton of food all at once, right? It's all part of the plan, man. Just get a little better at everything. Look fuller and overall better? Yeah, I think so too. I learned a lot about that part too, so that's a big like plus. I think we could get leaner and still look fuller at the same time in a way, so we'll do that next time. But yeah, there's a lot of good things. A lot of good things. Thank you though, Park again. A lot of good things from this show. This was not an all or nothing show, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we keep working. We keep working. It'll be a fun phase. Fun phase of gains. Oh, I can already feel the increase of carbohydrates and calories over the past couple days. I can feel it. Oh. Not gonna go too balls to the wall this week. We'll take a little time to try to, you know, heal up and whatnot. Yeah. How long do I plan to bulk? I'm probably gonna do 2 years. We'll see. I know for a fact that I'm gonna start getting the itch to diet down and compete again next year. We'll see if I can hold that off. I know I'll be getting the itch. That was a very competitive show this year, though. There were a lot of really good athletes there this year. It was good. Good show. Very good show. Thanks, Bowd. 2 years, get you some serious gains, stick to it. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. But yeah, I know I'll be getting the itch, you know, next summer. It's like, well, what if we do diet down for the November show? You know, it would have given me like a full year in a bulk, and we could just diet down real quick, hop in the same show. You know, I'll be getting the itch. But yeah. Bicep calf only workout? Yeah, do it. Do it. But if we stick to a 2-year bulk, I think that makes us some pretty considerable progress. You know? Ugh, I agree. I'm not interested in that part, Rec. No, I'm good. I'm good. We'll keep it natty, man. That's a much better path for me. Much better path. Doesn't make any sense to do that for me and my goals and the way I'm using bodybuilding to sort of help me be better at my life. Doesn't make any sense. Have you ever considered it? No. I mean, like, you think about it for a second, you're like, what, is that something I'd want to do? And you're like, definitely not, no. No. Yeah, good stuff, Balog. Yeah, we're on the podium. We got close, man. We got close. And like I said, I'm not gonna fuss about judging too much. There's just, they put that one guy ahead of me and I don't see it, but that's whatever, you know? It doesn't matter. Ugh. This gives me a little room to improve. Something wasn't quite right. So we don't blow them out of the water. Back to work, you know? Back to work. And again, we were sort of, yeah, you can't do SARMs either, no. So there was some discussion about maybe doing worlds depending on how this show went, and I think this show tells me that I'm not gonna be able to diet and pose practice my way to like a huge improvement. So we gotta grow. Exercise for outer bicep. So I'm not sure what the outer bicep is. But I mean, I like to do supinated curls the most. They just feel the best to me. But you can try hammer curls. Like different ways of twisting your wrist. I like supinated pull-ups a lot too. Because of the beard, thanks. Yeah, we'll probably grow the beard back. A lot of people like the beard, and I think I look fine without a beard too, though. Yeah, show happened on Saturday. Here you go. Take a look. Yeah, a nice like weighted stretch on the bicep is pretty juicy, I think. That's good stuff. Yeah. Just the good old supinated bicep curls generally feel pretty good to me. Supinators. That's pretty good. But we'll keep working, boys. Yeah, 2 years in a disciplined bulk will be pretty good, I think. It'll probably be more like 2.5 years. Well, will it? No. I feel like 2 years yet. Depending on what show we decide to do. But I figure we may as well go ahead and get to work now. We don't need to hang on for worlds if we're not quite there yet. It's all good. Here's what it's get to growing. Like 45 the beard, 23 without the beard, yeah. Like better without the beard, yeah. Some people, I mean, Honestly, it doesn't surprise me that the gym guys think I should keep the beard off, and the gaming guys think I should get the beard on. Taking a bit of break for us at the next bulk? I don't think so. I think I took 3 days off. Even the show day might not count as a day off, but yeah. Does my wife support me bodybuilding? She does. My family is supportive, but at the same time, you can tell it kind of wears them out. So, I gotta be careful about that. Nobody's gonna be as into what you're doing as you, probably. But they get kind of tired of it, I think, so I gotta use that, they'll support me, but yeah, you gotta. Does the wife prefer the beard? I don't know. Probably. Hard to tell. I don't know. I'll probably grow the beard back because Archer likes it, and it does kind of get annoying to constantly have to talk about no beard question mark on stream. It's just like, show's over. Yep, it's pinned in the comments there. On the podium, job's not quite done yet though, you know what I mean? So back to work. Didn't show stop, blow him out of the water, so yeah. I mean, that's not gonna bother me. Comther, she can eat whatever she wants. No, my family is very supportive of me and they're very tolerant, but you don't wanna overstay your welcome, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I need lateral raises bad. I think my shoulders were a little bit improved though. I think my shoulders and arms were both a little bit improved. But no, I don't think we're gonna take time off. We're just gonna, ease back in. But we took Friday off. Saturday was show day. Took Sunday off. Now it's back to work. For the retail side, glad the season? No, I don't. I'd rather just play mop, I think. Had to do with eating? So eating enough? I've never struggled to eat enough. I'm a pretty good eater. But if you are struggling, I would suggest just progressively overload your calories like you would with the weights, right? I mean, if you're not tracking your calorie intake, that's where it begins. You can type !bulk. But yeah, you gotta track your food and you gotta make sure that you're eating enough every day, And then you gotta, find ways of doing it, Yeah. Yeah. You gotta find foods that you like to eat that you can work in. Yeah, white rice is usually pretty easy to eat and digest, so. You gotta work those calories up slowly, You don't have to just immediately jump thousands of calories up. That's gonna make you feel pretty bad, but bumping your calories up by 100, your daily intake, bump that up by 100 for the week and then do it again next week, keep going, bump them up, bump them on up. Yeah, I mean, I could definitely eat a lot and gain a lot of weight quickly, but that's not what my goal is right now. You're concerned with overworking yourself? I mean, are you like sore and tired, your joints hurt all the time? I'd be much more concerned about not working hard enough than overworking yourself for the most part. Remember when I first started, I was all about the bulk? Well, I mean, I first started working out when I was like 12. But like when I transitioned into bodybuilding, yeah, I definitely wanted to put on some mass when I was like in my 20s, yeah, definitely. That was a good time to build mass, and we're enjoying that work now, We get to enjoy some pretty good muscle mass we've built up while being relatively lean, in my 30s. But I'm not done growing yet, we got work to do. We got work to do, We gotta grow now. We competed every year for the past 3 years, which is not really, that's kind of a lot of competing. I had a lot of fun with it, but we gotta take some time to grow now. Ugh. Done a good job. I've learned a lot over the past couple years of competing too. But time to bump it up, you know? Time to bump it up. So kind of interesting. Oh, kind of pumpy. Right, so we'll see. That's the high intensity workouts. That's not how I prefer to train, but you know what? I'm sure it gets the job done just fine. I think if you don't have very much time, or if you don't like working out, that's probably good. I make time and I really enjoy working out, so I'd rather spend time in the gym and kind of get in touch with the muscle differently. But yeah, I mean, I can respect that style. I mean, you know what? If you get in the gym and you put in work, you're probably going to be fine. And if you don't have very much time, then hitting a couple sets to failure or just getting the most out of your time feels good. But yeah, I don't know, I like working out. And I feel like working out for 2 hours is nice. And even if it's not optimal, then, you know, whatever. Maybe, you know, let's say that idea is correct, right? And I'm wasting my time in the gym. I don't think so. I think I'm using my day to get myself oriented in a way that I enjoy. And I think that's worthwhile. So, but yeah, I mean, if you got, there have been times like last year where my time was really tight and I'd be in the gym for like 45 minutes some days, you know? Just gotta get in here, hit a couple sets, and then get on with your day. And you know, I'm sure that was probably fine too. But ideally, I like being here for like 2 hours. Plus, it makes for like a fun stream, 2 hours. We get to hang out and chat for a little while. I'm probably not turning on the stream for a 45-minute workout, you know? Like, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, if you don't have very much time, or you don't particularly like working out, you know, going to the gym for 45 minutes every other day is like, you know, you probably still make some gains. Yeah. But I like doing lots of sets and reps, personally. Good job, Metsu. Yep. Bring the calories down and get in a deficit, you will lose weight. Yep, that's awesome. Yeah, put that in the in our Discord, our gains tab on Discord. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I like working out, so I'd rather spend some time in the gym, given the option. I think I gotta go back to posing my back kind of high. That's something I noticed this last time. Whew. Yeah, as long as you're putting in effort, you're gonna be okay. Yeah. That's what the science suggests, at least in terms of rep ranges. Get in there and put in the work. But yeah, I think I need to go back to posing my back like high. I think I was posing it kind of low. Was it high? Shoulders feeling weird. Ugh. More lateral raises. I feel like routine isn't as important as genetics when it comes to little things. Maybe. I mean, I think your genetics will sort of do like the bulk of the determining how your physique kind of just looks just by doing whatever you do. But I mean, like, for example, like I don't have genetically strong shoulders, but you know, when I train shoulders a lot, they do change a little, and so we gotta keep working on that, right? The things that just sort of naturally improve probably come from genetics, but then you might have to like really work on the little details too, right? Yeah, growing traps definitely is good, for sure. And we'll keep working on it. Yeah, my shoulders are not the genetically strong part for me, but we'll keep working on them. I do think that we saw shoulder improvements since last show. And we'll keep working on the traps too. We'll keep working on them. That's a good thing to work on the bulk. I think I've been getting better connected with my shoulders and stuff. Just a lot of work to be done, you know? Just hammering a million controlled lateral raises, you know? Kind of kicking them up there and then slowly lowering them down. Just kind of one of the things that I've liked. Arms look sick. Yeah, we worked on the arms too. We got to keep working on the arms. Thank you. That was another big area of emphasis from last show to this show, and I think my arms definitely improved. We'll keep working on it. Thanks. Bosatai. Good old threat plates right there, man. Yeah. A lot of people like that one. We got the import link there for you too, so you can just kind of get the add-on and plop it in. Plop the import string in there, and it should be good to go. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Still got work to do, but you know what? We always will. Always will. And we still have lots of years of meaningful improvement, I think. I've been competing for 10 years so far, isn't that crazy? Not every year. I mean, obviously COVID put a dent in that, didn't compete for 5 years. And having a baby during that time also didn't make us the most gains, but you know what, it's all good. I think we've got another, like, really good quality 10 years at least, you know? Yeah. And beyond, you know? Ugh. But I think I can make some really good gains, you know? Yeah, that's kicking in for sure. The dad gains. Yeah, Archer has absolutely improved my life immeasurably, for sure. Being a dad is pretty sweet. It's definitely a unique challenge. You got to rise to the occasion, but that's important to have things that challenge you and make you be better. You have to sometimes seek those out, and sometimes those seek you out. And you got to get after it either way. But the bodybuilding, despite being kind of not crucial to my job directly or whatever, is still important to me. But it is fun because now we have our sponsors Legion for supplements and RP Strength for training and diet assistance. I mean, like, we got we're making use of our fitness stuff. You know? Yes, exactly right, yeah. So, I mean, I take my fitness stuff seriously. I think one of the things that my family is encouraging me to remember is, like, I don't have to compete in order to sort of benefit from my fitness stuff. It's like, yes, you're absolutely right. I just like to do it anyway. But creating content about fitness and sharing my journey with you guys, you know, I'm just a dude, but it's still maybe kind of helpful for some of you guys. And I love talking about training and diet and stuff, and that could help you guys too. So, but competition really fires me up for training and dieting. Yeah, exactly. It's just something to put it all in perspective. I hope so, Mutsu, yeah. I get a lot of really positive things about bodybuilding, And the competing part just kind of puts it all in perspective. It is something to work for, right? Mega Cat, thanks for the 8 months and welcome back, dude. With the primer, pumping us up, bro. It just helps me to be a better person. So, I like it. And I like the competing part too, you know? Has its ups and downs, of course. But ultimately, it's something I like to do. I like to compete. Thank you, Mega Cat, for the prime, though. Pumping us up, bro. Any injuries? No, I'm good for now. Thanks, Moment. Hey, Lance. Yeah, it was a good show day. I executed a lot of the things I wanted to in terms of my preparation and performance. Definitely still a lot of room for improvement, but I learned a lot from this one too, so we take that, you know? We take that. Yeah, I'm not chasing weight PRs so much, Rick. Yeah. That's true. Again, we may employ at some point like a posing coach to give me some things to work on with my posing, because I think that's like a big deal. I think I got the training and diet okay. Main takeaway? Get bigger, leaner, and pose better. That's some things I wanted to work on. I wanted my shoulders and arms to be better, and come into the show a little fuller. And I did my peak better. I came in way fuller. My posing was a little better. So a lot of things I want to do: arms, shoulders, posing, peaking. All those things were something I wanted to work on, and I did better at all of those things. So that was good. And I learned a lot that I can carry forward to the next time. So job's not done, yeah. But you know, hitting the podium is good. And as far as the judging, they placed that one guy ahead of me, and I don't see it, but whatever, you know, all good. By peaking is like looking your best the day of the show. So primarily like carbohydrates and water, and like when I decided to get my tan, when I decided to pump, little things like that too. But mostly like what do I do with my food leading into the show, you know? And I liked what I did with my food this time. I think what I can do is I can actually keep my food low a little bit longer. Like I don't need to eat more on Wednesday and Thursday. I think I can actually like kind of keep it even tighter on Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, my body tolerated all the meals really well. And we'll go from there. Trying to eventually be unstoppable? Yeah. And I like doing it on my own too. You know, I think a coach, like I said, is a more direct path to success, but I don't know, I enjoy it. It just is what it is, yeah. Some of the judges are the same, some of them aren't. Iron is just like basically what I need to do is I need to come in bigger, leaner, pose better, and just like slam the door, you know, just make it like completely obvious. And until I'm there, we got work to do, you know? So I think instead of doing worlds, where what I could do for worlds is I could get leaner and I could pose better, but I'm not gonna get bigger for worlds. So I'm saying, let's just get on the gains now. Start it now. We're on the podium and that's great, but we're not to the pinnacle. And if we're not to the pinnacle, I don't really feel like I need to be doing worlds. I don't need to do that to myself and my family for a couple more months, just for what, you know? So let's go ahead and start working on shifting my perspective now and getting back to work and building for like 2 years, you know? Let's do that for a little while. Let's slam the door shut. But yeah, I mean, like backstage, people are like, huh? About that, and it's like, it happens every show. People are like, I'm not sure about that one, but it just sort of happens. I don't know. That's bodybuilding. That's one of the things that's gonna happen every show. I think there's gonna be some kind of like subjective, like, I don't know about that one, but it is what it is. And you gotta slam the door shut. You gotta make it super obvious. You gotta blow them out of the water, and until you do, you're gonna leave the door open, you know, for that kind of thing to happen. So we just gotta get better. And we will. I saw improvements that I really liked about myself this time. And I like the way my physique worked this time too. I can see where I can be better, and I'm excited to do that. So here we go, you know? Here we go. Here we go. On to the next. Exactly. Just make it obvious. Make it indisputable. Okay, gyno. Yeah, a little bit. I'm not sure what that was about. Yeah. Exactly. You have to be so far above everybody. It's like, yeah. They just like that kid. They put him ahead of me in both things. And I was like, I'm not seeing it, but okay. It's also funny because in Classic, he kept doing the wrong poses and they had to keep correcting him. But they still gave it number one. It's odd. Whatever. He kept trying to do vacuums and he would hit his side chest like this when they wanted it like this. And they gave him the number one anyway. It's very weird. I can probably email the show person and they can give me the scores. I didn't go get individual feedback. They have like a dinner afterwards that you can go get feedback, but I'm not dragging my family to BJ's. Like, we're gonna go home and eat. We're gonna go hang out. But maybe I'll get the scoring sheets and see what's up. But yeah, it was weird because like I was bigger and I feel like I posed just fine, you know. And maybe he had like more shredded arms than me, but like his midsection there was nothing there. He was small waist, big chest, but it did have like a little bit of something there, but I don't know. But he kept doing vacuums, and they did not want vacuums. So it was weird, but whatever. It's all good. I'm not trying to fire any shots or say anything bad about him. He did a great job. It's just like, yeah, some things were kind of confusing. And like if you weren't in better shape than me and you continue to do the poses wrong, what are we doing, you know? So, but whatever, he did not win the over. Neither of the guys who beat me in my tall class won the overall, so there were still killers coming out of the short classes anyway, so. I think I was competitive for overall and physique though, so they didn't want to put me up there this time. All good. Kind of like last year in that situation. They gave me second to someone who was like worse shape than me, but then they lost the overall, so it didn't matter, so I don't know, it's weird. All good though, we'll just get better. Let's get better. That's bodybuilding. I was happy with my physique, and I was happy with how I prepared and the things that I learned, so all good. Plus, classic physique was like 6 days notice. My physique posing was better this time, I thought, for sure. They still put him ahead of me on physique though, which is also confusing, but whatever. Whatever, man. It sounds so jaded, but I'm used to it by now, you know? I do have a leg press, actually, yeah. It does sound kind of jaded when I say that, but I'm used to it. You know? Bodybuilding. Nothing is going to be as bad as the Muscle Mania judging, though. That's good. Nothing is as bad as that. What we got out of there? That was crazy. Oh man. Leg piece probably used in worked out soccer team. Yeah, leg press is fun. I think most of my leg development comes from squats, but leg press is good stuff. Definitely. We'll be making use of that. Going into the deep water on the leg press. Broke your ankle, ouch. That sucks. Just gonna working out again, yeah? I feel like your ankle might probably be involved in a lot of leg stuff, but probably could get in there and get in the gym, sit down on some machines and pump out some reps, don't you think? If you wanted to. Ugh. I feel like you probably hit a little something, you know? But it wasn't the working out that hurt your ankle, right? Squats and bearing the load, yeah. You know, maybe don't do squats for now. You know, you could do other leg activation stuff, like even isolation for like quads, hamstrings, glutes, hips. You kind of get those areas bolstered before you're doing squats and stuff. Set up on machines and stuff. Understandable though, for sure. Gotta be careful. That's a good far to reach the gym, yeah. Feel ya? Well, if you're starting with body weight stuff, then oh yeah, I mean that's, you know, you should have a pretty good feel for that, how your body's responding to that, how the ankle's holding up. Push-ups, crunches. Find something to do some pull-ups on. Thanks, Pharaoh. Yep, time to grow now though, man. Time to grow. We're gonna slowly let the shreds, not let them go, but you know what I mean? Like, we're not working on being shredded right now. I'm not gonna get more shredded. Time to make some gains, you know? Short jog, push-ups. Right, so I mean, the jogs is gonna be putting some impact on that ankle for sure, right? Push-ups and planks, okay. Even just, I mean, the jogging could be good for your cardio, but I mean, if you just want to get movement and activity, walking is great. Yeah, we just competed over the weekend, Farrell. Did all right, bro, did all right. Plenty of room for improvement, we're gonna work on that. Yep. Oh, still working on that. But yep, it's time to start that process. Time to start the gains now, I think. Just hit that one show and see how we do, and back to work. Back to work. Thanks for Conan. Yeah, I'm happy with how it went overall. Like I said, my prep and performance had improvements that I wanted to make in particular, so that was good, and we learned a lot too, so we'll keep it going. Thank you, man. The encouragement really does mean a lot from the homies, so thank you. We'll keep working on it though, huh? We'll keep working on it. I think 40 is for concentration curls? Not necessarily, no. That's fine. 2 to 3 sets of 8 reps is great. Thanks, Bonsai. Now, if you think it's too heavy, then that's fine. But not necessarily. I mean, like, if it doesn't feel right, then yeah. Take that into consideration. But 2 to 3 sets, like hard sets for 8 reps each it's good stuff, I think. Yeah, Bonsai, we'll get a video up on the gains channel. We're gonna have to. I have to find some time to work on that. Time for the new WoW patch? I am, but I'm also mainly focused on MOP. Like it's a little bit of both, right? I think I am mostly focused on MOP. Because the patch comes out tomorrow, right? Like that's crazy. We'll see, I don't know. Ever sit for curls? Not all the time, sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Pushing push without. Oh, nice. I know. It's tough, man. It's tough. Mop is really fun. So I kind of want to give Mop its time, you know? Not sure. Glad, yes. Yeah, I'm not worried about Glad. I mean, I don't mean to sound silly, but like, I've got a lot of Glad titles. It doesn't really mean that much to get Glad, especially if I don't like the mount that much. No offense, like I love WoW and everything, but that bat mount this season doesn't look that cool. Next season's bat mount's cool. Maybe we'll get a little Glad ski push going next season. But Glad is really just like, did I play very much? And you know, it's like, if we got other stuff going on, I might not worry about it too much. The Cosmic Bat looks cool though, yeah. Maybe I have to pick that one up. But right now, I don't know. I'm not like interested in like pushing big rating in Mop or anything like that. I'm just liking the community vibe. We're playing with a lot of homies. We have like a nice little guild group running and we're gaming with a lot of our buddies from the stream and Mop. It just feels good. It feels good. I haven't really played WoW like that in a while. Like the community thing really is nice. So I'm not really trying to jump ship to retail, but I mean, I'd like to. But I will say this. At the end of the month, we have PoE 2 come in with the new content update, and I want to play that for sure. PoE 2 stuff is gonna be real fun. We'll have to keep an eye on that though. We can't be sticking with PoE 2 longer than we should, but we'll see. We'll see. That's the trick. I just love those games so much, but got to move on if it needs to be done. Hopefully PoE 2 have some drops and stuff to juice it up. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, Chris, check out that Zyger, man. It's so nice for Mop in particular, dude. Tracking all of your leveling, your professions, your dailies, gold making, you know, like mount farming, rare farming, like all of this stuff. It's crazy. It comes so in handy for Mop in particular. But it's good for every version of WoW. Definitely very nice. Check it out. Show them some love, man. Use my link, save yourself some money, you'll love it. It is good stuff. I talk a lot about arms and shoulders. We gotta get my back going a lot over this next phase. Gotta be lights out on the back poses, I think. I think my back is one of the areas leaving the door. I think my back was improved too, though. I'll show you my classic physique stuff in particular. I think the back was improved. I think I was posing my back a little low. I need to get my pose higher up. This is one of the things that I saw. Get a little higher up with my arm positioning. Just have my hand, you know, on my like lat instead of on my hip necessarily. I gotta go pretty light on this so that the tension doesn't get in my elbow like tendon. But if I do a lot of reps, it ends up feeling pretty good. And whatever this thing is, it actually feels pretty good in my triceps. I don't know why necessarily, but it does. I can jam my tricep in my lap. That's pretty good. Ugh. Oof. Oh my goodness. Tree 50 pounds, congrats. Yeah, Zygor is really good, man. Left shoulder injury? Yeah. It's not an injury, it's just weird. My left arm and shoulder is just weird. Yeah. I don't know. As far as I know, it's not injured, just is just different. It's always been like that, but yeah. If I really try to focus on making it even, then it will be, but if I just try to contract it, it doesn't do the same thing. But my left elbow is kind of weird too, so this is what it is. But yeah, that is definitely a thing. Yeah. The design appears to have been damaged, misprinted. Okay, that's whack. Yeah, hopefully he reaches out to DBH about that. I think, did I see you mentioning that? Yeah, he should reach out to support on DBH for that one. That ain't right. He needs to send him a picture and get a new shirt. For sure. That's not good. That's not what we want. Bummer though. Yeah, we're trying to come in a little fuller this time, agitated. Yeah. Coming a little fuller this time. But we can tighten that up too. Plus, I could have just been leaner, right? We're coming a little fuller, so we could have been a little bit leaner for this show, but we wanted to see how the fullness looked. And I think it showed pretty well by arms and shoulders, but yeah. Could have been a little leaner. But a lot of these shows didn't really seem like they were rewarding leanness all that much. Yeah. But my arms were definitely bigger this time, which is what I wanted to do, so. You know. But they keep picking these guys that have no abs in front of me, so I don't know if they even care about leanness. You know what I mean? So it's like, hard to tell. There's no ab definition whatsoever. But yeah, my arms were bigger this time, so that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, we could be leaner next time, and I will be. Just always experimenting a little bit, you know? I like this look this time. I think it was better than last time. Arms and shoulders were much bigger, which is great. That's what I wanted to do. And I was experimenting with coming in fuller for sure, so. But maybe you get up a little bit of shreds for that, but next time we won't. Next time we'll come in fuller and shredded. Be fun. But I think I did better with my arms and shoulders, with my peaking and posing, which was all what I wanted to do. So mission accomplished in terms of the checklist that I wanted to improve on. Just, you know, we gotta get the placing going the right way too, but that's gonna require some time and surplus. Gotta build for a bit, you know? We can do that. Back to work. Right, but chest striations come from being lean. Yeah. Yep, just gotta get a little leaner. Gotta build some chest muscle. Bigger, leaner, better posing. Yep. That's what we'll do. I feel you. Bigger, leaner, better posing. Whew. It was my impression that they didn't really want like crazy shredded for physique anyway, but the guy who they placed first did have some good striations in his chest too, so you know, you just gotta do your best. So, but yeah, I agree. We came in not quite as shredded this time, but I was bigger and fuller, which is what I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, it's tricky. So now we take some time to grow. That's all good, Vance. The only thing I thought was weird, they placed that one guy ahead of me, and that's it, you know? Nice, Lance. That's just the one thing. They placed that one guy ahead of me. I'm not seeing it, but I think the guy who won tall physique, yeah, he did great. He came in big and very lean, and you know, I could see that. But the real killers were coming out of the short class, so he did not win the guys who won tall classic physique and physique did not win the overall. There were some killers in the short divisions. But yeah, I mean, I think I could have won tall physique and been competitive. I'll show you the short class. Yeah, I'll show you. I didn't post pictures of things I wasn't involved in, but I'll show it to you in the video that we make. For physique at least. I don't think we have classic physique short class, but anyway, I think I would have been competitive for the overall for classic physique. For physique, people showed that show is just like, yeah, GG. You'll see. I'll show ya. But yeah, the tall class for classic physique, I think I could have been picked to win that one, but whatever. Tall physique? Nah, I think that's fine. I think I was like second place in tall physique personally. The guy that they placed one spot ahead of me, I'm not seeing that, but whatever. It don't matter. It don't matter. Let's get back to work. Oh, if we ain't winning the show, we got plenty of work to do. And even if you are winning the show, you still got work to do, but you know what I mean. It's all good. I'm just kind of, you know, just wrapping my head around a little bit. Anytime you gotta shift goals, like shift priorities, it just takes a second to get your head around it, but I got it, we'll be all right. I'm not gonna fuss with the judging too much. It was just that one guy. I don't think he was better than me, but okay. No, they said don't do vacuum poses. That's the thing. Yeah, they said they had to tell him multiple times to not do vacuum poses and to hit the appropriate classic physique poses, and they still gave him number 1 in the category. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, it was kind of funny. Did that guy that win vacuums? Yeah. They said stop doing that to him. They said do classic poses, not vacuums. And he wasn't doing the side chest right either, and they had to tell him that too, but they still gave him the win, so it was weird. Yeah, they keep telling him to stop doing it, and they just gave him the win anyway. It's funny. But whatever, man. That's bodybuilding, bro. It just is what it is sometimes, you know? Just say, hey, if I wasn't good enough to beat that, then I guess we gotta go get better. Gotta go get better. Yeah, I think I got second place in tall physique. I think I was first place in tall classic though. I think the judges like it when you don't listen to them. I think they like it. Because that last show, the guy, they had to keep telling him to turn his hips towards the judges, and they just gave him the win anyway too. It was like, they like it when they tell you something, you just don't do it. They like that, I guess. I don't know. He's a bad boy, yeah. I'm gonna go get a little bit more pulse. Actually, I'm probably good for pulse. I'm gonna go pee though. That is funny. Oh, he don't listen not like that. It's funny. No kitty cats in the gym. All right. All good though, huh, boys? All good. But yeah, so keep getting better. But it was also like everybody backstage was like, "Wait, who won? Huh?" Like I'm not trying to be rude to the kid, but it's just like everybody's like, yeah, I was like, it is what it is, man. I don't know. Oh, good. I don't have a sauna, but I live in California, so you guys walk outside in the middle of the day. Same thing. Well, whew. It's gonna be funny when the WNBF uses my posing in their promotional material again. Thanks, Profits. Instead of the guys who won the show, they're gonna use me as their promotional material again. Look. Dream Achiever, second place, not quite. Not quite. Whatever. We'll keep pumping, huh? We gotta make it obvious. Make it more obvious next time. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lance, yeah. Whatever. Whatever, yeah. Let's keep pumping a little bit longer. Got a couple more minutes to hit it. Then we'll move along. Get on with our day. Fun workout today though. Kind of getting it going a little bit, you know? Getting it going. Here we go. Looks like the winner had you in quads and chest, arms, shoulders, core, hamstrings, had some fanning in chest and better quad, yeah. In classic, yeah, I think he was a little leaner in the upper body, I think. Yeah. That's good to hear though. Yeah, I needed to flex my quads better, I think, yeah. Because I'll tell you after that, every pose he hit, he just had his legs locked out. So, I guess that's one way to keep the quads activated. It's good to hear though. Let me know when you're out of the ad. I don't think you look bad, I just think I look better. Not trying to fire any shots, but no, it's, you know, whatever. We good? Yeah, so if you notice, every pose he hit, he just sat there with his legs locked all the way out. So it's like his quads were more activated. You know, it's just every pose is like this, even his physique posing was like this. Every pose was just like legs just locked out. And so for me, I was trying to like have like a bend, you know? Trying to get this kind of thing. Except that you're supposed to pose like this. He kept doing this. You're supposed to do this for classic. And they had to keep telling him not to do that. But, you know, whatever. If we're not taking points away from people for that kind of thing, that's fine. Just helping them hit the pose. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. They do. They like those big, wide-shouldered, tiny little waists. They do that. I could be all natural. I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah. So the way they do it in the WNBF, at least the shows that I've done, is they will polygraph everybody. Like, have you in the last 10 years used this stuff or whatever, this stuff, did you use this stuff? And then they'll drug test you if you win. No, you don't. I don't think you want to pose like that. I don't think you want to lock out your legs at every pose. I don't think that's good. But that's what he did. I just noticed. I don't think so. But yeah, for classic physique, I wasn't really preparing for classic physique with my posing practice, except for a couple days out when I got an email where they're like, hey, we're trying to fill out these divisions a little bit more. If you guys want to cross over, we'll waive the entry fee for these divisions, right? Yeah. No hostility, no hostility. What's the next one I'm doing? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to take a couple years to grow in between. I think we did a show every year for the past 3 years, which was really fun. I've enjoyed that, but I think if we want to really improve, like Ape is talking about, filling out my chest and improving my arms and shoulders and back, that's just going to take some years and a surplus. So, depends where we're at in 2 years, you know, what time, what the timing is and stuff. But yeah. We got some improvements to make. We can do it, but yeah. It might be a little bit. Time to build, you know, time to build. Yeah. But I mean, again, I was happy with my preparation and performance goals that I achieved all those. It's just the placing is still not quite where we want to be, so we'll get there. And it's always kind of fun to talk about the judging, and it's good to hear different points of feedback. But you know, whatever. It's gotta be so good that it's undeniable, you know. So, you know, we'll work on that now. Time to grow a little bit, you know. It'll be fun. We do like a 2-year bulk, and you come in hot off a nice bulk and diet down. I mean, be looking gnarly, you know. We apply all the things that I've learned over the past 3 years to the next show. After a 2-year bulk, I mean, be cooking, you know. Be cooking. Make sure we do like a little bit of posing practice during the surplus phase, you know? Just a little bit. Keep working that. It's not as much fun to do posing practice when you're bulked, I don't think, but it's still good to learn the lines and stuff. Oh my goodness. Practice your lines. Whew. I'll get water to your chest. I mean, I don't think that you really struggle with water retention as a natural athlete. I did put a lot of carbohydrates in though, so I think the main thing is just leaner, right? So I don't think that this water retention is much of an issue for natural athletes. I think it's just like you got to get lean enough and then fill out with carbohydrates. INBA better than WNBF? I don't know. I've never done INBA. Right, but you're not cutting carbohydrates into the show. Again, don't get confused with what the enhanced guys do, because they're doing like water cutting. They're adding diuretics. And for a natural athlete, having water in your system is one of the things that will make you look vascular and full. So I wouldn't get obsessed with the water thing. If you don't want to look watery, then lose fat, you know? The issue is you need to have muscle built up, and you need to have low enough body fat that it shows. And then adding carbohydrates and water is what will make you help you look full. So I added a lot of carbohydrates this time. And so what I think I will do is I won't add carbohydrates as far out. I don't think that there's anything really wrong with my prep. But if I want chest striations, I need to build chest muscle and get leaner next time. But the enhanced guys are on a whole different thing. A weight loss plan? Yeah, you gotta learn how to track your calories, man. Also, you can look at the RP Diet app. The RP Diet app could be very helpful for you. For sure. Here. You could try to use this. This could be very useful for you. That's the RP Diet app. That's like a cheap alternative to coaching, basically. That'd be very helpful. Very helpful, very like guided stuff, right? Today's gonna spit it out. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. No way. What my T levels are at? I don't know what they are right now, but last time I got them checked, they were like 600 something. Yeah, so they'll test you for that kind of stuff. Yeah, you can't take SARMs, no. SARMs or CERMs, which is always funny to hear that one. Like Ermagerd, CERMs. I guess that's something else. But yeah, you can't take anything like that now. Ermagerd, CERMs, SARMs or CERMs. No, you can't take anything like that. Thanks, Yokai. Yeah, we'll keep working, man. We'll keep working. We'll keep pumping. But we gotta get out of here soon, boys. So if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you follow the stream. And if you love the stream, hit that sub to the stream too. I think my protein's gonna be like 230 right now. I'll have to check. That's gonna be for the surplus phase now. We're shifting gears. Thanks, Snickerdoodle. Thanks, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about any of that stuff, Power Hour. But no, we're not messing with any of that, just good old natty. I like my Legion supplements, of course, but that's not something that's banned at all. You know, caffeine, creatine is fine. Little pump action. That's all fine. We'll be in here tomorrow. Might be hitting some legs tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. If we want to just start with back, that would also be fine. Start my my training with chest instead, like we've been doing with arms and stuff. That's about just about all we got time for today. Just about. But I appreciate you guys hanging out and giving me some encouragement. Again, you can go peep the competition stuff. It was real good competition this year at this show. There were a lot of really good athletes and it was competitive, which is great. You know, that's what you want. You want to show up to shows where people push you, and I think I look good, but there's plenty of room for improvement, you know? And I think that we have enough room for improvement that we don't need to just diet and keep practicing posing and try to compete again in November this year. I think we may as well just say, all right, cool, man. We executed. We improved in some of the things I wanted to improve on from last time we did this. Let's go ahead and pack it into a bulk phase and really make some big improvements instead of trying to just see if we can squeeze a little bit more out of the physique that we currently have, you know? I think it's time to actually build. Because we haven't really built for like a couple years, you know? We've been competing, you know, we competed in November 2023, November 2024, and August of 2025, so let's take some time to make some gains, I think is the plan now. So physique, you're posing different poses and you're wearing board shorts. So physique is more just kind of like a little bit of a more relaxed posing style, right? And for classic physique, you're hitting more like bodybuilding poses, but kind of with like a little bit of like a flowy twist. So you're doing like this kind of thing instead of this. When you hit your front double, instead of like this, you're like this. One hand open, that kind of stuff. It's just, classic physique is really mostly a federation, a division that they made in enhanced bodybuilding, so that there's a division between physique and bodybuilding. People can take like less drugs and be like a little bit less big. They're not like taking enough drugs to kill a rhinoceros their whole life, you know? So, but for the people like it, so they do it natural too, I guess. Yeah. Nobody's being hostile, you guys are all right. But I gotta get out of here, boys. I'll see you today in about 9 hours for some gaming, all right? Am I natural? Yeah, I compete in natural drug-tested shows. 100% lifetime natural, never mess around with any of that stuff, and I don't plan to. I enjoy natural bodybuilding. I enjoy my health and I enjoy bodybuilding, but I'm not trying to put myself in any kind of like negative health situation to do it, you know what I mean? So that's the plan for the long term, so we'll keep doing it. But I gotta peace out for now. I'll see y'all later for some gaming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for showing love. Go tell me I was looking swole on my competition stuff on the gram. And if you guys need diet assistance, again, check out the RP diet, and then there's also the RP strength. I'll make commands for both of these. There's the training one too, and we'll be start putting my RP strength training app on the screen for you guys once I actually start back on like a real program after we recover from the competition stuff a little bit. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later today for some gaming. Peace.